Hey guys, Dr. Huntington here again. Now in this video, I'm going to show you one simple strategy that could significantly reduce your blood sugar and maybe save your life. The average American consumes 150 pounds of sugar each year. And of course, that's the number one reason why diabetes is such a problem, sugar consumption. And of that 150 pounds, almost 40 pounds of it is not eaten. That 40 pounds enters the body through liquids, things you're drinking. So you can reduce your sugar intake by over 25% if you eliminate the sugar from your diet, which you're drinking. Probably the most healthy and certainly the most cost-effective strategy would be to drink exclusively water. And that's probably the best thing to drink most of the time. And you can spice up your water with things like lemon or lime, some apple cider vinegar, and a few drops of stevia. There's probably 100 variations on that theme. Of course, mineral water and carbonated water would be included there too. But you don't have to stick to exclusively water because we're talking about eliminating sugar. So I've got a list here of yeses and nos, do's and don'ts when it comes to liquid beverages. So on the yes side that I've got here in blue, hot tea. You know, you're not going to have to worry too often about there being sugar in your hot tea, especially if you're using tea leaves or tea bags. But on any of these things, of course, check the label. But hot tea is a good option for most people. Of course, you can drink that cold. Iced tea will work. Now, when we're talking iced tea, we're not talking about sweet tea. We're not talking about iced tea with sugar. And when you go to the store and buy iced tea in a can or a bottle, you've got to check the label because sugar has been put into so many things. Most of the iced teas I see on the shelf in most stores are loaded with sugar. So you want to check the label and make sure there's no sugar in there. Coffee, of course, there's not sugar naturally in coffee. A lot of people put sugar in their coffee, so you wouldn't want to do that. But you can drink your coffee without a sweetener. Don't use artificial sweeteners. A lot of those chemicals are very unhealthy. But there are natural things you can sweeten your coffee with, or just learn to or get used to the more bitter taste of coffee. A lot of people who drink their coffee without sugar for a while tend to like that flavor. So another option here is soda, and you might be surprised why I've got it on the yes list, but that's only soda that's got no sugar in it. So you can turn the soda over and look at the look at the label. You don't want sugar, you don't want artificial sweeteners. There are sodas that are sweetened with stevia and also with xylitol. Those are good options. Not all the time. You don't want to just drink that, but if you want something that tastes a little different than water, tastes a little sweet, those can be good options. Veggie juice, that's a good option because vegetables are good. Now, a lot of your veggie juices, of course, are going to have sugar naturally occurring from some of the veggies, but you want to make sure there's not a lot of sugar. There's some veggie juices that are sold, again, in cans or bottles that are loaded up with sugar to make them sweet. You just want the real deal, like just fresh pressed vegetables. Now, almond milk, that's another option. Unsweetened almond milk, I like vanilla unsweetened almond milk. That's going to be very low in sugar. In some brands have no sugar in them at all. So that, again, is on our yes list. And this is not a total list of everything that you can drink that doesn't have sugar. There's plenty of things we can add, but those are some of the ones that I like. Now, over here in red, I've got our no list. No, of course, to soda. That most of the sodas have tons of sugar in them. No to alcohol, because your alcohol is going to break down once it's in the body into sugar and cause problems with your blood sugar levels. Diet sodas, no good, because those are almost always loaded with chemicals to replace the sweet taste of the sugar, but most of those chemicals are unhealthy. I put coffee house here. What I'm talking about is coffee house drinks. I'm not going to name any particular coffee house, but there are coffee houses around the United States that are not only selling coffee, but they're selling these other drinks, maybe that have some coffee in them, but they're loaded with sugar. I mean, some of them have like 40, 50 grams of sugar in one of those servings. I mean, it's unbelievable. You definitely want to stay away from those. If you go to the coffee house, just get coffee. Sweet teas, we talked about that earlier. You don't want to drink iced tea with sugar in it. Now, here's one, fruit juices, because we usually think of fruit as something that's healthy to eat, and certainly there's a lot of nutrients in fruit, and some of those nutrients would be in the fruit juice, but there's just as too much sugar in fruit juice. So that is not a good option. If you want to eat fruit, eat the actual fruit where you're going to get the fiber. There's just too much sugar in the fruit juice, so eliminate the fruit juices. Those are definitely a no. And then milk. Milk, there's sugar in milk. It breaks down into sugar in your body, right? So that's going to affect your blood sugar. So that's on the no list. If you like milk, switch it out and use almond milk. All right, so that's my list. Now, people who drink from the yes column report that they feel better and typically lose 5 or 10 pounds in a matter of months. All right, so start lowering your blood sugar today by eliminating the sugar from the liquids that you drink. I'll see you in the next video.